Do it on purpose. Do it on purpose. Now, the name of this chapter, I think, is a perfectly wraps up the entirety of the film surrounding Jabari and Meadow, where it's just like, if there's gonna be love, if there's gonna be feelings for each other, we're not gonna fall on an accident, because this goes on a quote. We're gonna go through with it. Meadow reads up for Reed for some art talk, goes to apartment, almost knocks on Jabari's door, but she's like, I ain't trying to do with that. Jabari, they go through separate montages where Jabari is riding through his bike in the rain. She's walking through the rain. They both looking depressed. Jabari's having a mental block with his art designs. Jabari eventually gets his his Mr. Rager comic approved, which we get this sense of satisfaction throughout the movie. However, he doesn't have the person he wants to next to him to share it with. So we get a little bit of an emotional tug at there. I was like, are you gonna send a message? He wants to send it to Metal, like, yo, that everything's to go, everything I got approved. She ain't there. Metal, a painting of Jabari that eventually she takes to the art exhibit, and that one acquaintance she had was really rocking with it. And she's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling this piece. So you can see how they're both still thinking about each other through this. Caught my breath. And I feel I could wrap this up better for you guys. I genuinely believe I could wrap this up better. So the last bit of chapter 6 is basically both of them, after experiencing, some time alone, through their own work, through their own craft, realizing that they're inspired by each other, inspired by the moments they've had together, how a portion of this they want to show the other person, their other significant. And even though it's a bit random, we have Jabari's big sister that comes in to check up on him as far as relations, spit some game as far as his quote, love is easy when it happens by accident. Love isn't real till it happens on purpose. I'm pretty sure I butchered the last one. I always tweet, as far as quotes, somehow I always mess them up. So the ending of the movie, from them to fully understand, hey, I really want the other person, but you still got to do what you got to do, whether it's Jabari having to finally commit to the fact, like, all right, you need to express yourself to Metal if you really want her, and Metal following through with her art gallery, even though she was expecting Jabari to also understand you didn't reach out to him, but you still got to do your stuff. And to beautifully wrap this up, Jabari and Metal and end up going back together. And I want to say forgiving. Is it forgiving? Not too sure. But Metal, Jabari, the way Jabari goes and does the little sign to Metal to meet me up in the restaurant at the spot where we first met was a beautiful tie into the movie, make things go full circle. And that's the end. Oh yeah, on the way to the restaurant, they reflect on the memories. Jabari makes a statement on the vegan burger. They kiss. The end. Thank you for tuning in now. Intergalactic, Kid Cudi. I enjoyed the way I just broke down the movie episode by episode. This is a formula that I'm not necessarily experimenting with, but let me know how you guys felt about this review / breakdown in chronological order, and to tie the movie up completely. Nice movie. That's about it. But no, seriously, this is definitely a love story with some beautiful visuals in here that entice it, give it an extra layer on top over some of the moments or even cliche moments that we're used to, but the way everything ties in together and some of the genuine interactions, some of the world building in the movie that makes it feel alive. And even the amazing killer soundtrack gives this 3 layers of a red velvet cake that you absolutely love to eat. It's going to taste the same. The flavor, what to expect, but it just has those bits and pieces every single bite where you're like, all right, I can see why I always come back to this red velvet cake, the quality of it. And if that was final send off didn't make that much sense, I'm still trying to make some sense out of it as well. Kid Cudi, Intergalactic, loved it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys for the next episode.